Okay, this is a total game changer for working and editing photos while traveling on a plane, train, or even in a car, like not driving, of course. I first saw it in like a few YouTube videos, but honestly, like it didn't click for me at first until I saw a post in the Imagen community Facebook group, and someone mentioned using VR headsets for culling and editing, and then this guy called Zach dropped a comment praising this exact solution. And since I had a bunch of traveling coming up, including a 20+ hour trip to Vegas for WPPI, I ordered a pair to try it for myself, and let me tell you, it freaking works. These are XREAL One AR glasses. They look like transparent sunglasses, but they got a tiny screen built into the top part, the temple part, that projects the screen, the display onto the lens, giving you a massive virtual display right in front of your eyes. And the cool part, like, is how I look, right? I look cool. Do I look cool actually? The cool part is that you can actually see through them if you want. I'll explain how it works in a second, but like that just blew me away how easily it connects to pretty much any device. So now I have it connected to my phone, mirroring my phone screen right now just in front of you guys. And yeah, it's basically portable monitor that fits into your pocket. The screen is Sony made micro OLED, so the color, contrast, and sharpness is actually all there and it's all impressive. But like with every these days tech, it's not perfect, it's not for everyone. I feel that the comfort and clarity will depend a lot on your face shape and the eye distance. For me, which I have a pretty wide IPD, it's not always 100% sharp and I cannot fully nail the settings. But even with that, like the freedom, the comfort it gives me on the go, like I'm keeping these. And these are my kind of 100% travel essentials from now on. Let me dive in deep and tell you how it works and my actual real life experience. If you are new around here, my name is Magic. I'm destination wedding photographer. I've been shooting weddings for over 13 years and I've been running this YouTube channel for over 4 years, talking about cameras, lenses, gear, and software for wedding photographers. So if you're into any of these topics, consider subscribing. So the editing photos, you guys know it. It's a process. And when you travel a lot, you know the pain, you know the actual neck pain from that position on the plane or on the train of editing your photos on the go. I feel like it's a story of my life. So this is XREAL One. This is the model I have. It's almost their top tier model of the glasses. There's also XREAL Pro coming out soon, I believe, but they were not available for order when I was ordering these. They look like slightly bulkier sunglasses, as you can tell from the front, quite like regular sunglasses. And when you're looking from the side, you can start seeing that they're weirdly distant from the face of the person, because that's where the optics and the tech is in this device. So here we have this quite big plastic cover for the actual screens, and apparently the size of the screen is like the grain of rice. So like the screen are actually really tiny, because then we have that optical element right in front of your eyes that you like see through it when the glasses are off, and when the glasses are on, the display is projected and like magnified onto these glasses. Then we have Bose speaker system on the sides here, and 4 buttons to control the glasses. One, the main red button on the bottom, then the volume rocker plus and minus, and then the top button right here. There's no battery inside this unit, and there's no software, no operating system, just a menu to control basic setting functions. And this is quite important because this is USB powered through the device you connect it to. So right now I have a cable connected right here. Boom. connect the cable here, and the other side of the cable you connect to the device of your choice. So when you connect the USB-C cable to your iPhone, you're going to straight up see the mirrored screen right away, like in front of you. And when you connect the USB cable to your Mac, it's going to ask you whether you'd like to mirror or extend your display, and it's going to act simply as another monitor, as another display connected to your computer. So what do you see when you actually have them on? So, okay, imagine this. It's really hard to explain actually. When I have them on, not connected to anything, I'm going to disconnect them from my phone so it doesn't disturb me. Not connecting to anything, I can see a lot from the outside of the glasses. I can see a lot here. I can see a lot here, a lot here, so I can see like the actual reality around me. Then I can, like, the temple plastic cover for the screen, it's kind of like this black bar that is kind of blocking my vision right up here, so I have this limited vision, kind of. It's not like sunglasses. I do have like more limited vision because that piece is quite big. Okay, and then I can see through the glass, slightly tinted, right? So this is like by default, the glasses are off, and I can see the, like, whatever it's in front of me tilted, so I can use them as a regular glasses, like kind of a fancy, big, weird glasses, right? And now when I connect them to, again, I'm going to do with my phone, I'll immediately see the mirrored screen. So currently, turn this on, boom. I can see the virtual screen right in front of me. The vertical virtual screen is kind of now blocking whatever. I don't see the camera right now. I can see the screen. Okay. The screen, I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I can anchor it, you know, in the air in a fixed position, or I can have it floating and following my head. So I have an options. All of this is controlled via the simple menu right here. And when I have it anchored, so I'm going to set my screen to be like kind of in a fixed position right here. I can see the screen, and whenever I move the head, the screen obviously disappears and it comes back when I move my head back, and I can see it back here. So there is a learning curve to kind of work with these, but there are a few options to make it work better for your particular thing that you're doing. For me, it depends what I'm doing. For like when I was traveling in the train 2 weeks ago and I was just watching some course content, some online videos, YouTube content, I preferred it to be floating because I could just like chill like this, and like however I tilted my head in the glasses, I just saw the screen in front of me and I was like following whatever is on the screen while having this chilled experience. But then when I was working, I used it to make presentation, and also I write some scripts for my videos. I preferred it to be a fixed space. So for like any working type of thing, I preferred it to be fixed so I can easily focus on the letters as I was writing. And if I was moving my head down, like the screen was up here. So I was like kind of like a regular monitor that you not always see. You only see it when you look at it. Now, let me talk about tint options, because there are 3 options to tint the glasses even more. So by default, again, it's like this. So I can see through them slightly tinted, but by holding the lower button here, I can make them darker, and like I can make everything around super dark. You can probably see them now being kind of transparent, now darker, now the darkest. For working on a plane, I used the darkest mode, and for doing anything, I like kind of, it was more for testing, not actual working. I was like walking around my house with them and just doing chores or like whatever with the screen in front of me. I had the option, the lowest tint, so I could see through the screen. And then there are a few settings that you're going to access by double pressing the red button. The main settings, I feel like that, like the main settings in this thing are the size and the distance of the virtual screen. So you can make it bigger, and you can kind of make it farther away or closer to you. And I'll be honest, like I kind of see no difference between big screen far away or small screen close to you. I feel like it's all just the size that matters. And I feel like I just needed to dial the screen to the size to be just comfortable for the type of work that I was doing. When I was writing, I preferred my screen to be bigger. I was even testing out the screen that is bigger than the actual field of view. The field of view on these is 50 degrees. And so there is a moment that you stop seeing the screen, obviously outside the little glasses inside. And you can have a screen so big that it's not fitting in your field of view, and you need to kind of move your head to follow what's on the screen, which was good for writing workflow, kind of, moving your head. I feel like this is a very personal setting to fit like your personal workflow and like the type of work that you're actually doing on these. Now, during the few flights that I've had in recent days with them, like absolute game changer. These were absolute game changer. After connecting the XREAL to my Mac, I can completely black out my screen on my Mac. So there's no more, like no one can see whatever you're working on the screen. And I can see through the glasses, I can see my keyboard, I can see my trackpad, and I can literally rest like this, seeing a massive screen in front of me. No more working in a cramped position like this, like no more neck bending to actually see the screen as I work. I could like really rest my head completely and just edit the photos in this like kind of a chill way. And the colors, contrast, like everything was there, to be honest. Like it does take a moment to get used to the whole working vibe with this, but when you do, I have to say, it is extremely comfortable. And from a photographer perspective, that screen is really great to edit on. Also, if you're looking to speed up your Lightroom editing workflow, you gotta check out Imagen AI, which is the sponsor of this segment. Imagen is my go-to AI editing tool. Like it cuts my editing time by 80% at least. Like these days, it takes me roughly 1 or 2 hours to edit 1,000 wedding images. And since majority of them are simply done by AI and I only go and fine tune them. The way Imagen works is first, you have to create your own editing profile that is based on your Lightroom edits. So you need at least 3,000 of your photos edited the same way. And then you create a profile from that. Then you simply choose that profile, you edit with it, you select your Lightroom catalog and the project that you want to get edited, and Imagen is going to take a couple minutes to upload your images to their server, another few minutes to get them edited, and then you just download them back to your Lightroom. And my favorite part is when you see the edits appearing on your screen after you load them to Lightroom. You can literally scroll and see edits like getting applied, white balance is getting corrected, and it's insane how good it is, and it's getting better after each project I use it for, because I always send back my final edits to fine-tune the profile afterwards. So if you've never tried it, this is like game changer. This is the way to speed up your editing process massively. And hey, you still have 100% control over the images because they come back straight to your Lightroom. So you can still edit if you want. You can straight export to the client also. With the link in the description, you get 1,500 free edits to try. Everything is linked in the description and I highly recommend that. Okay, so after my editing session with the glasses, I still have some time to kill on my flight. The one flight from Frankfurt to San Francisco was over 10 hours. So I was kind of switching back and forth the glasses from my computer to my phone, just relaxing by watching some content. And since I was flying United, I was able to connect through my phone to their entertainment system. If you fly United, you know that they have this app and you can watch the movies that you can normally watch on their screen in front of you on your phone. So for me, I was watching them on my glasses on a massive screen, which was insane, like kind of a cinema-like experience. And I have like entire choice of their video entertainment system. I do feel that these glasses are like even better for consuming the content than they are for the work itself. It kind of depends on the work you do, obviously. And that's my one negative take on these particular glasses, because while editing photos like works really great, I feel like working with the text was slightly less ideal. Don't get me wrong, I was still able to do it. I was like writing my scripts, I was, writing a bunch of stuff, but the sharpness isn't perfect for me. And depending on where I look on the kind of screen, the image is more or less blurred. And I believe it's caused by the mismatched alignment of the screens and my eyes, because mechanically these glasses have just one standard size. And in the menu, there is IPD option to adjust the screens to your eyes, but it's a software change, meaning when you want to widen the screen distance, it's gonna make the screens lower and kind of position them closer to the edges. And I personally find this not working at all for me. No matter which IPD settings I used, the quality on the edges was slightly blurred. And after watching many video reviews, I think it's down to the user face, user experience. So depending on your face and the eyes, it's gonna be less ideal or more ideal, I guess. And the only thing you can physically adjust on these glasses is you can swap the nose pads to smaller or bigger. I found that the default medium size worked for me. And then you can also adjust kind of the tilt of the glasses. So these are 3 settings there. Still, with those adjustments, the quality was not always perfect for me for working with text. Having said that, I still want to use them because this is a comfort like no other to be able to work on these in really tight spaces. And one more thing that is really worth mentioning, I feel, is the speaker system, the Bose powered speaking system on both sides above your ears. It's fantastic. The sound is surprisingly rich and full. And for watching and consuming content on the train or maybe cafeteria, they worked perfectly. For the planes are really loud. So I personally use my AirPods Pro or Sony over ear headphones. I kind of feel like the Pro version, XREAL Pro, they come in 2 sizes, might be a better choice. They have also bigger field of view. So if you're considering getting them, check out if XREAL Pros are available. But if you're traveling a lot and you struggle with working in a warm position, I highly recommend this solution. While not yet perfect, it's still a tech that is on development side. I highly recommend. It's not that expensive. These were $500 and the pros are, I believe, $600, and way better than I was expecting them to be in terms of how colorful, contrasty, and sharp the image is. And sadly, there's no way to present it to you the way I see it, so you have to take my word for it. But I did spend my own money on these and I'm keeping them, so that says something, I guess.